Hello and welcome to Lori in the Landia. Today I would like to talk about the father wounds and how to heal from it. First, when I speak about father, I'm not speaking about a literal father. What I mean by father is this archetype within us. It is the archetype of us being our own father. Inside of us, we have our own father, our own mother, our own inner child, our own teenager. And these categories is really just meant to try to categorize and break down the complex mind of a human being. This is not relating to a specific father figure outside of you. This is not relating to a father. This is also not gender specific. This is our own way that we deal with our fatherly role. And what I mean by fatherly role is father archetype is related to our sense of worth and productivity. So, what I'm trying to say with this is that within us, we have our own father and our own mother. And the father archetype in our mind describes the way that we deal with a sense of worth and productivity, where we source our sense of worth and value, and the way that we interact with our actions, the way that we conduct our actions, especially related to a sense of being productive. So, these can be examples of uh, relating to our self-worth, relating to how we view ourselves and how we view our value within us and also society, and also the way that we relate to work and productivity, how we work, our mindset about it, how we go about it, and how we view it, and especially the correlation of our sense of worth and productivity. These can be examples of you only feel worthy if you are being productive. You only feel valued if you are being productive. Productive. That has to do with a father wound. The most common father wound is this idea that we are only worthy, we are only worth of value if we are productive, if we put a force in the outside world, if we are part of a workforce, or if we do something for somebody. It is this sense that our sense of worth is tied to what we do for others. The most common father wound is related to that, to our sense of worth only being um, used when we are productive towards others. We only feel worthy or valued when we do a good job, we do good work, we have a certain status, we have a certain title at our job, we have a certain amount of money, we have a certain amount of external recognition. I'm not saying that working and being productive is a bad thing, because it's not. It is the way that we view our sense of worth through it, because at the end of the day, we are worthy as we are, without having to show anything, without being productive, without working, without trying to produce anything. We are worthy within us, even if nobody recognizes it. The father wound says that you are only worthy of value, you are only worthy if you have some sort of external approval due to your productivity. If other people think, oh, you are a hard worker, if other people think, oh, you are smart, if other people think, oh, you have this amount of money, you are successful. The father wound relates to our sense of worth being dependent on outside approval. And these father wounds can be taught by us in childhood. Again, it can be a father figure, but this is not related to men. A woman can be also a father figure. This is unrelated to gender. I'm talking about that when we grow up, we see the example of our parents, or even a father or a mother, a woman or a man that encompasses both roles, or even if you don't have any, you see it in media, in the society standards of parents. We might grow up and mimic the patterns that we see around us. So let's take an example that yes, we had a father, we had, for example, a man that encompasses, in this case, a father figure, right? And this father was emotionally unavailable, and we felt like we needed to prove ourselves to them for us to be worthy of their love. Maybe we needed to like work extra hard around the house. Maybe we need to study hard to get good grades to get their approval. Maybe we felt like we needed to do something externally, to work hard in some sort of way to get their approval, validation, and love. That's usually how the father wound starts. It's by mimicking a pattern that we see in childhood. So, for example, if our father did not give us unconditional love, if he maybe only give us some sort of love and approval when we achieved some sort of goal or milestone. As a kid, for example, if you did some sort of like tasks around the house, and that's when you felt like you felt the most loved by a father. This can mimic inside of you by when you are an adult. You only give yourself approval, you only give yourself a sense of worth and value when you achieve a specific milestone in your mind, when you achieve a specific job, when you achieve a specific amount of income, when you achieve a specific amount of status. And you only give yourself a sense of worth, you only feel valued when you achieve that milestone. And during the process, you don't feel like you are worthy of value, you don't feel like you are worthy of love, you don't feel like you are inherently valued, inherently worthy. And that's a wound right there, because again, you are worthy as you are born worthy, you don't need to prove yourself to be worthy. It's like, imagine having Albert Einstein that never did, like never showed his work. Does that mean that is not valued for his intelligence? Just because I'm showing my work and my work is being perceived as valuable does not mean that I did not add value to begin with. I always add value. I always was worthy. Always was valued for who I am. Other people don't need to perceive my value for me to be valuable. Other people do not need to perceive my worth for me to be worthy. Just because other people are not giving you external approval does not mean that you are not worthy, does not mean that you are not valuable. Going back to Albert Einstein, I just thought of it because he's like, I guess, the most prominent collective figure in our minds. Imagine that he did all this work, but he never showed nobody. Imagine did I think it was the theory of relativity. I'm not quite sure. Honestly, I'm not sure at all. But imagine that he did all his work and he showed nobody, and he was never discovered, and he was never considered a genius. Does it mean that he wasn't a genius because people didn't see it? You are worthy as you are. You are born worthy. You are born valuable. The father wound correlates to this misconception that we are only valued if other people approve it, if we have a specific role in society that is approved by other people, if other people look at us and see our sense of worth and value. But again, your value is inherent. Your value is nothing to do with the outside world, and has everything to do with the inside world. And you don't need, and actually is unhealthy, to look for external approval to see your worth. And this father wound can really translate itself in our world as a sense of insecurity, as a sense that we are never going to be good enough, as a sense of also working extremely hard and reaching also a point of burnout, because we are so desperately trying to reach this sense of value and love inside of ourselves through our external work, through reaching a specific milestone, through reaching a specific job status or amount of income, where we are going to finally be worthy of love and value and approval, when we are going to finally be good enough, when we are going to finally be worthy. And this can lead to a life of insecurity within you. It can lead also to an imbalance within your work, an imbalance between the quality of life and work, where you exhaust yourself and you work super hard. Maybe you discard your own needs, maybe you discard the important relationships in your life because you are so focused on work, because work is just not about work for you, it's about your sense of worth and value that you are so desperately wanting to achieve. This can also lead uh, in us seeking jobs and seeking work and putting our energy and time into things that are not authentic to us, because again we are seeking a sense of worth, and maybe our culture or society deems worthy a certain type of jobs, or deems worthy a certain type of productivity, and we seek that as a way to get a sense of worth. And this might not be what we desire, even might not be what makes us happy. It can really lead to a life where we are spending so much energy and so much time to something that is not us, to something that is not authentic to us, to something that we don't love. And it can really eat us later in life. That what is it called? It's like middle age crisis. I don't know if this is the name. When we realize that we spend so much time of our life and energy trying to achieve something that one, it was already within us, and two, it was not authentic to us, trying to achieve this sense of worth and value that we were always valued, we were always worthy, we were always deserving of love. And we might reach a point where we realize, wait, I've been this feeling of wasting my life away into something that is not me, into something that I'm not even passionate about, into something that I don't even like, just to reach this sense of worth that it already exists within me. A way to heal our inner father, and the way that we create our inner father within us, is really to give us approval, is really to be proud of ourselves, is really to give us a sense of value and worth independent from the outside world. And we do this by little actions every day. This is very routine based technique, where you do little actions every day that in the long term accumulate to big change. And what I mean by this is little a little bit every day, taking time to congratulate yourself just by existing. Getting up of bed, you are already so incredible for that, and you should be so proud of yourself for getting up of bed. Just being alive is an accomplishment. Just getting up of bed is an accomplishment. Just existing is an accomplishment. And really trying every day to give yourself that reassurance, like, hey, I'm proud of you just by existing. I'm proud of you just by being alive. You are so worthy. You are so valued just by surviving another day, looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, hey, I'm proud of you. You are worthy to me. You are so valuable to me. And trying to keep that practice a little bit every day, like once a day, say to yourself, hey, I'm proud of you. You got out of bed. You are alive another day. I'm so proud of you for that. You are so valuable for that. You are so worthy for that. Also, taking time to journal what you like about yourself, like your good qualities, what you perceive as being good qualities, like you like something about yourself, you like something that you do, like, I don't know, maybe you like the way that you cook. Maybe you like the way that you are with people. Maybe you like the way that you even dress. Every little thing that you can get, trying to journal it every day a little bit. Hey, I love this about myself. I'm good at this. Knowing your qualities and being okay with knowing, hey, I'm not good at everything, and that's fine. That doesn't mean I'm less valuable. Trying to understand what are your qualities and what are the things that you're actually good at and an expert by born, and focusing on them and taking time and energy to do things that you are naturally good at, doing things that you are naturally passionate about, do things that come easy to you, that come through passion and excitement, and investing your time in them, and making sure that you are taking a mental note that, hey, I'm good at this, I'm great at this, I'm proud of you. Like, oh my God, you are so good at this thing. And it can be really simple things like, I don't know, cleaning your house, maybe like playing an instrument, maybe dancing. It really doesn't matter, but looking at the things that you are naturally passionate about, looking at the things that you do naturally and you are naturally good at it because you're actually passionate about them, and focusing on those things, doing those things. And when you do them, give yourself that validation like, hey, you're really good at this. Wow, I'm so proud of you. Like, look at you. Because at the end of the day, like, we are not going to be good at everything, and we are not meant to be good at everything. It is quite humanly impossible. We all in society play different roles, and we should play to our strengths and focus on what we are good at, because again, we are not going to be good at everything. That's normal. We need to accept ourselves that as every human being, we are imperfect. We are not a robot, we are not a machine. There are some things that we are good at, and there are some things that we are not good at. And trying to think, to focus our energy in the things that are we are naturally good at, trying to invest time and energy, and while you do them, reassuring yourself, hey, I'm good at this. Like, I'm proud of myself for doing this. I'm proud that I enjoy doing this, and I'm valued just because I enjoy doing this activity. Following your passions and the things that you are naturally passionate about and naturally good at, instead of trying to fit in this box of I should have a corporate job, or I should work in the office, or I should be this or that. If you are not inherently passionate about it, if you're not inherently good at it, it's okay. You don't need to. You can focus your strengths, you can focus on your expertise in something that you actually brings you joy, in something that comes naturally to you, because that is your talent, that is your differentiation factor. That is what you were born to do. Things that bring you passion, things that you are naturally good at, and you do them because you like doing them. So, trying to slowly go to that mindset, think like, what I like to do, what are my passions, what brings me joy. And what I mean, what brings me joy is what is the activity or thing that just by doing it is rewarding without external approval, just by doing the actually activity, going through the process, it brings me joy. I'm passionate about it because at the end of the day, our sense of approval should not come from external approval, should not come from somebody giving us a tap in the back, hey, you did a good job. It should come from us doing the things that we love and giving ourselves that sense of approval. Like, I'm proud of you for actually doing the things that you love. I'm proud of you for pursuing what you desire. I'm proud of you for having fun and trying to build that father figure inside of us, that um, paternal figure of a sense of approval, a sense of worth within us while we follow our passions. Because again, our passions is what we were born to do. Our passions is what we are naturally good at it because we enjoy the process. It's not about the outcome, it's about enjoying the process, looking for things where we actually enjoy the process, and we honestly don't care about the outcome because the process was so much fun already and was so rewarding, and it is something that you love and you're passionate about, and just by doing it, it brings you joy. Because at the end of the day, we are only experts by practice. Practice is the way that leads to success. Is little changes every day, little efforts every day that create again big change. And you can only be truly like sustainably successful, you can only be truly like feel this sense of success and achievement when you follow what you love, when you practice what you love, because you need to fall in love with the process and not the outcome. The process is a thing that should bring you joy and a sense of worth and achievement. Healing the father wound is all about shifting our approval from the outside, from the inside. Healing the father wound is about giving ourselves our own approval, giving ourselves our own sense of value, giving ourselves our sense of worth, independent from outside perspective, independent from outside approval or opinion. This is how we teach our inner father to have a healthy relationship with us. This is an aspect of our psyche, and this is how we have a healthy relationship with our inner father. It's by routinely and daily reassurance that we are more than good enough, we are extraordinary, we are valued as we are worthy as we are. Every little thing should be celebrated. Imagine also trying to get into the practice maybe once a week or once a month. Celebrate yourself, celebrate the small wins. Every little small win, it's amazing. It's wow, you are so incredible for that. Imagine if you are doing something that you love, every time that you do it, doesn't matter the outcome, just you putting the energy into it, you should be proud of yourself. You should give yourself a tap in the back. You should congratulate yourself. Celebrating yourself is very important, and trying to do this once a week, once a month, whatever fits the best for you. In conclusion, you are worthy as you are. You were born worthy. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't need to prove your worth to anyone. You inherently are worthy. But the only one that can give that sense of approval and worthiness to you is yourself. When you don't feel worthy, it doesn't matter if people see it, it doesn't matter if people are proud of you, you will not feel it, because the only person that can give that sense of worth is yourself. So every day in routine, trying to take time to congratulate yourself, to be proud of yourself, to say to yourself, you are more than enough, you are extraordinary, to say to yourself, I love you and you are valued just by you are, celebrating the smallest of win, getting out of bed is a win, making food and eating is a win, breathing is a win, everything is a win. Just being alive is a victory. And after a while, after an extended period of doing this, you will see that your value is not dependent anymore on outside approval, and you are actually can focus your time and energy into a life that is fulfilling to you, into activities and things that actually bring you passion and are authentic to you, and that ultimately will create an happy life for yourself. It will create the life that you desire. Let me know down in the comments what is your experience with the father wound. I'll love to know it. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you like this content, subscribe. Bye.